Kale Lehman might just be doing semifinals. We've got some really big names vying for their game spot at TFX this weekend.
I guess if I could be as transparent as possible, honestly, no. Like, it's still the same. Like,
What's the goal?
To win the games, like, be the fittest in the world.
But first off, the details of the last chance qualifier, which of course we're going to have TFX this weekend, which is the West, and we'll have 2 athletes for the girls and for the guys qualify for the games from there. We'll have Syndicate, which is the East. We'll have 2 guys and 2 girls qualify from there, and we'll have NorCal. Now that's it for North America, as well as the last chance qualifier. So we could have potentially 7 people qualifying for the game still. Now remember, once we have those 6 men and those 6 women, it's just 1 spot left. And the people vying for it will be the top 50 non-games qualifying athletes from individual and affiliate semifinals, and the top 10 non-games qualifying athletes from each of the in-person qualifying events. So there's a few notable things, not many. If Bethany Flores is healthy, I believe she was like 52nd in affiliate semifinals, so she would not be in the last chance qualifier.
Bummer.
Actually, she got penalties, and I think she dropped past 100. So
This is a bummer, man.
There's a good example of somebody who would not get the last chance. And then with the penalties, Brooke Wells also will not be in the last chance qualifier. So for Wells, her only option is Syndicate. She has to be in the top 2 there. But an interesting scenario arises in that Kale Lehman could technically do the last chance qualifier.
And he does wall balls, he does them on a tree.
If he is a top 10 non-games qualifying athlete from the Mayhem Classic, which is exactly why this is important. He is still occupying a spot at Syndicate right now. He's not withdrawn. In addition to that, he could have a spot for the last chance qualifier because they already have 5 people qualifying for the games, and Guy, who's occupying a non-qualifying spot because he didn't do the open or whatever, which means essentially that only 4 other athletes on the men's side from Mayhem need to qualify for the games, which is actually possible. You've got Jorge, you've got Nick Matthew, and a couple other people, some people that could qualify at NorCal, some that could qualify at Syndicate. I don't think anybody's going out of the West. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but this just goes to show why it's actually important that we move on things like Kale Lehman and that HQ tries to investigate and move with some speed. And why it's not just enough to leave him alone unless he comes out and says, hey, I didn't do it right. I wasn't at the affiliate. I'm withdrawing from the game season. But we've got TFX this weekend, which is 2 more spots for the games up for grabs. The men's side, I think, is going to be a really tight race between 3 people. We've got Bill Leahy, Nick Matthew, and Chris Ibarra. Now, Nick Matthew and Chris Ibarra have made the games. Bill Leahy, most known from probably the Hiller documentaries that he's done on him, who was looking really good last year at semifinals until he tore his Achilles.
It's like when adrenaline comes into play, you typically don't think about it or feel it, but it's like, the best way I can describe it is like it takes an extra warm up and it takes a cool down to get it ready. Then I still go to PT.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I'm literally still in physical
Now,
therapy.
if you weren't an athlete, would people, well.
No, I wouldn't be in PT or that. Yeah, no, I would have been out
so
a long time ago.
So it's to get optimized.
It's
like
to get like back to where I was, not back to normal living.
Is there any movement specifically that you're still like, yeah, that's a little bit off?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can be totally transparent. Like running still isn't great yet.
Yeah.
Running for distance, like more than like 2 miles in a row, I'll feel it. Like if I'm going for like a 3 to 4 mile, 5 mile run.
Does it freak you out when you feel it when you're on a run? No.
No, it's like I've done so much to it and my PT's worked on it so much with his hands. I don't have any like nerves.
Is there any risk to, you see these weird things like, well, was it Gabby?
Yeah, it's almost weird because it works backwards in terms of like when you first rupture your Achilles and you come back from surgery and it's repaired, you're like whatever X times, depending on how far you're out of surgery, more likely to re-rupture it. And then eventually you hit a point to where then it's like, okay, now it's healed enough and it's tied in with sutures and whatever else you did that now you're X times less likely to rupture it. Something I try to do a lot is not waste time or be efficient with what I do. And something I always think about when it comes to scenarios like this is I don't like gossip or I don't like to talk about it until it's done. So like I haven't put the most amount of thought into what this year's like. Like I want the games to happen, and then you'll take the allotted time to look back on it and infer what is good and bad and whatever. But playing along with what you're saying, Do I feel like this format is better than last year's format? In terms of, I mean, I guess opportunity is more because it's more of them, but in the same breath, opportunity is stiffer. I don't know, it's twofold, because it's like you walk into West Coast last year and you're like, all right, you got 9 spots. Like, I can have a screw up. But then you're like, okay, Brent Fikowski's here, Pat Belner, Justin Medeiros, James Sprague. You're like, I guess like, if I could be as transparent as possible, honestly, no. Like, it's still the same. Like, I'm
What's the goal?
To win the games, like, be the fittest in the
what I'm
world.
hearing.
It's like,
I didn't even want to ask you that because I was like, I was almost afraid of being disappointed. I'm like, I don't want him to say anything else.
That's funny.
But
No,
dang,
I mean,
a
like,
lot's happened since that.
Hey, don't get me wrong, a lot's happened. There's been a lot of fails. There's been a lot of things that's happened that's not been in my control. But like, I'd be lying to you if I said I'm not here because I believe this is a part of the path to get to my end goal.
Yeah.
I'm not here because I want to. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's an honor to compete here. But I'm not here because one of my goals was compete at semifinals at TFX.
That's not your
I
goal.
just know it's a stepping block to get to where I want to be. And look, if I fall short of it, I fall short of it. But I did something that nobody else will do. I had a major life decision and really went for a dream.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, like, everything I learned, everything I gained from it is going to be worth it, because a lot of people just sit back and are too scared.
He is getting back too close to 100% and has looked good during the Open and during semifinals. And here's the thing. Nick Matthew and Chris Ibarra just did semifinals and just did the WFP. If they're off by even 1 or 2% with this thin of a margin at this level, it should be just enough for Bill to slide in there and win and make a statement at TFX, stamping his games ticket for the first time. Between Nick and Chris, it's tough. Chris really needs to get in here because Nick's got another shot at NorCal. I'm going with Chris. On the women's side, even though she might have some fatigue or be nursing some minor injuries, who knows, from the WFP, Olivia Kerstetter gets such an advantage right off the bat by winning Heavy Isabel.
You can't handle the truth.
If the adrenaline pushes me through, I can definitely go sub 3.
With a bouncer.
And she's already really good, and the field isn't really something that I'm worried about with her. So I've got her winning on the women's side. If it weren't for Heavy Isabel, Rebecca Fusele might have a chance. She will be there, obviously a previous games athlete. Second spot is really tough. I like Hannah Black, Janie Chevry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But ultimately, the one that I like the most, I'm kind of stealing a pick from Amanda Hari there.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I don't feel like I'm stealing it because I already liked her, but I watched Amanda's video this morning and she picked her as well. And that's Sydney McLation. She's able to lift pretty heavy. So is Hannah Black. So I'm going to go with one of those two here. There's going to be some interesting storylines the rest of the year, especially with Alex Gazan not doing TFX and putting all of her chips in NorCal. Emily Rolfe is injured, so her last chance will be NorCal as well, I believe, because she's not going to be at TFX this weekend.
Bueller.
So it opens up an opportunity for that second spot after Olivia for somebody to really slide in who wasn't expected.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
I don't know if the format for the season is the best, but it really helps us prolong the season and adds to some drama. I kind of still wish that there were 40 people qualifying because somebody is getting left out. Some big name is getting left out.
This is Sparta!
And there's going to be people getting in that we probably don't know a ton about.
Same, but different.
Man, it's just really tough. It's such a close race. And the trifecta of Bill Leahy, Chris Ibarra, and Nick Matthew, it's tough to pick two from there. You know what? I'm just not 100% sure. I think I'll go find out. How the heck are you going to do that? Hello? Hello? It's just us now. Let's talk about Cale Lehman and Mitchell Hooper. And what happened to the rewind button at the World Fitness Project. I'm the chaotic side. All right, I am on my way to Oklahoma City for TFX. It's about as...
Hazard reported ahead.
All right, I'm on my way to Oklahoma City for TFX, and this place sucks. It's about as crappy as Kansas. On my way through the bowels of hell. Oh, hey, look, there's cows. I haven't seen a hill in miles, hours. How do people live here? I bet a lot of people are addicted to crystal meth. I wonder if they have rattlesnakes here. If I lived here, I would find the nearest tornado and just
walk right into it. All right, I am here in Oklahoma City for TFX. It's absolutely beautiful to just get out here into the Lord's creation, and there's stuff, places to eat. You can go for a walk. You can go for a drive in your car. I'm stoked. I can't believe he left this whole thing to me. He must be out of his mind. I don't even know where he went. I never know what he's doing over there.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf!
Well, if you've made it this far, there's a good chance you probably like my stuff. Do me a favor and subscribe down here somewhere if you haven't already. And I'm gonna pull up my sponsor, Dude Meds. They do all sorts of men's health optimization, hormones, things like that. They also do women. Gosh, that always sounds weird. Hit me up on Instagram if you have any questions. This is not medical advice. We are here at CrossFit Coda.
You have reached your destination.
Prettiest thing I've seen since I got here. But you're also getting ready for WFP, so you can't, like, obviously you're not going to be testing them a bunch of stuff. Do you just do pieces of them, or do you like to actually do the workout?
I had to do pieces of them because I was coming from online semifinals, WFP, and then TFX. So I had to do just bits and pieces. I didn't test a single workout fully.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't doing the other two things, I would.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%.
If you could eliminate one person from the field now to give yourself a chance to make the games, who are you getting out of there?
I would say Nick Matthews, because I know what his heavy Isabel time is. So that's why I would pick him, because I know his heavy Isabel time.
Yeah, and that's another huge advantage for Olivia. Obviously, she's going in, and everybody knows that they're going for second place on that one. So at least they know now. If they didn't, who's your pick for the women to win it?
Olivia Crusader.
Anybody else you're looking out for?
I like Morgan Porter.
Yeah.
I like Morgan Porter.
She'd be a sleeper.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that'd be cool. And
yeah, she's out
I hate to say that because Taylor helps her, but
That's right. What was your heavy Isabel last time?
5 minutes flat. My goal, I want to hit 445. I think I got 445 in me.
Nope, that's it. We're good. Yeah, we're
you're good.
Which workout was it that you got the penalty on, and what did they say it was?
It was the ring muscle up one, and it was like there's 20 no reps, and they said that like it was half like pushing away from the rings, like locking out, not over top of the rings, and then half like the rig was like in a weird spot, like my camera was in a weird spot and like blocking the view of my lockout.
Yeah.
So just kind of we had to put the camera like that to get my whole handstand walk in it, so it was just kind of a unfortunate situation.
I agree. Is there any chance you go for a faster time on heavy Isabel or no?
Okay, I was just talking to them about this on the way here. Like, I definitely think I can go faster, but also it's like, do I need to go faster? Because like, I don't want to be beating everyone by a minute and then still only gaining like less than 5 points on them. Like, it's not worth it to put that much energy in. But it would be really cool to like get the world record and do it in person.
So there's a chance if you're feeling it, like there's a chance that you might beat it.
If the adrenaline pushes me through, I can definitely go sub 3, but I don't know if we need to do that to win it.
Your coaches will be bad, but
hey,
I hope it happens.
My coaches might tell me to chill out and just get the win. Just do what I need to win it.
Who is your, it's an obvious one, but who's your pick on the guy's side?
Chris.
Of course.
Obviously.
Right?
We're both winning it. And
I love it.
Training partners.
Yep.
Games training together this summer.
Yep.
We're going to get fit.
Why does he get to have all the fun in Oklahoma City, running around with rock stars? I'm just stuck here in this room. Me and my thoughts. That's it. I'm gonna look into high rocks. I'm doing high rocks. I'm gonna go do high rocks right now. Is that you, Kale? Oh, I thought you were Kale Lehman. Sorry. It's just my 3'11", 65-pound daughter.